Hey everybody, how are you guys? I hope you guys are good. So, I'm just here thinking more and more about this theory about something happening to her at the Lost Trail Lodge. Now, this is all hypothetically speaking. I am not stating anything as fact in this video. This is all speculation, opinion, and theory based off of everything we know so far. So, hypothetically speaking, something happened to Kylie. Kylie was pretty. She was coming into her own. She was snowed in with Tony and Lindsay for months at a time. She made her song. Who was she really talking to in that song? What was she really saying? What was she really going through? What really happened to her to make her make that song? Samantha, hypothetically, let's just say she was paid to put on this show and this story about a crazy party. She said and did everything on purpose, exactly the way she was supposed to do it, to keep us looking at her, to keep us digging, but we would never find anything because it never happened. No party ever happened. That's why cops ran the investigation the way they did. They knew no party. They were paid to participate just as they did by pushing the party narrative story. That's why no photos, no videos, no evidence of a party whatsoever. And that's exactly why they had to take old photos from random parties all over the place and put them out as supposed video photos from this party, right? This could be why Linda hired by Sam's mom to run interference. Sam was doing what she was paid to do, tell a crazy, suspicious story that kept people from looking at the residents of the lodge. Last photo, Sam. No charges have been filed with anybody in this case because it never happened. The party, the underage drinking, the people supplying it, it was just a story. It was just a cover story, hypothetically. Now, you gotta ask yourself, what makes a mother resent her daughter so much? Placer Clowney didn't want people looking into them. Didn't want people looking into their, they didn't want a limelight on their department because there was so much dirt in there that people could easily dig up. So they were fine to do their part with the autopsy. Nevada County received $5 million. Lindsay and Tony got the GoFundMe money. They moved out of the lodge. Did they leave on their own, or were they kicked out by Grandpa? Don't forget Sam getting paid by the lodge. Jagger living at the lodge after this happened. Kylie was cremated on the 25th, according to her death certificate. 4 days after she was found. Why would Lindsay do that? Lindsay acted fine and told everyone, we got this. There's honor in silence. Now everything I'm going over, everything I'm telling you, picture it with the theory that whatever happened to Kylie happened at the lodge. And it happened because either mom had something done to her or mom sold her. Either one. But everything I'm about to go through, picture it with that theory in your mind. It would explain why Lindsay was so thankful to the community. It would explain why she was not distraught ever. It would explain why Lindsay could be so close to Sam. Kylie's brother was all over the family's social media, but no Kylie for years. Why is that? Would explain why the family and friends were singing and dancing and laughing while Kylie was still missing. It would explain why Lindsay was so mad at AWP for coming in and finding Kylie. With this theory in our minds, let's think about all the news interviews we saw with Lindsay. This would explain why after 6 days of searching, Lindsay was ready to get back to a daily routine because she had bills to pay. Lindsay had resentment and disdain for Kylie, in my opinion. She was jealous of Kylie. Really listen to how she talked about Kylie. Really listen to the exact words that she chose to use when talking about her daughter. This theory would explain Tony's behavior in that news interview. The fire cam video that it was proved to be Check-It driving back and forth. It would explain why that video was put out to push the kids' party narrative, to make us think that Kylie really drove, or her car really ended up in the lake that night. I believe the creator who found Kylie's belongings in the lake, I believe that was staged, and I believe he was paid to do so. I do not believe that her body was in that car. I believe that was all a staged scene. That's why it looked so unprofessional. People reaching in there with gloves. People reaching in there without gloves. People showing up in shorts and flip-flops. I believe that was staged to, again, push the party theory that something bad happened to her at a party and she went into that reservoir. It kept us all digging, all along. But digging into the wrong people and all digging in the wrong direction. Do not forget that Sam was in theater and acting classes. Don't forget that no one except for the cops and the coroner saw her body. It would explain why everything happened the way it did. How Mom wanted her gone. Mom resented her. What would make a mother resent her daughter so much? Did Tony play a role in that? Did he, like I said, maybe start looking at Kylie in a different light? Did he maybe, possibly, hypothetically, allegedly, do something to Kylie? And Lindsay found out, or knew, and blamed Kylie for it. And Lindsay wanted to play Stand By Your Man. It's happened many, many times before to many, many people. I believe that if that is truly what happened to Kylie, that I believe only a handful of people know about it. I believe only a handful of people know the actual truth. I believe most people, that includes people in the community, I believe most people believe the story that there was a party because that's the narrative that was pushed. I do not think her dad knows the truth. And I'm starting to wonder, I don't think Grandpa knows the truth either. And I believe the handful of people that do know about it have way too much to lose to ever come forward. I believe Kylie was either taken out by Mom or because of Mom, or she was sold by Mom, in my opinion. I'm not saying it's 100% Tony. It could have been a frequent visitor to the lodge. But I do believe 100% that no matter who it was, Mom knew about it and Mom let it happen. You guys make up your own minds. Keep this theory in your mind and go back and look at everything again. Let me hear your thoughts down in the comments below. I mean, this theory makes a lot of sense. It would explain a lot about Lindsay's behavior. It would explain a lot about the way, I mean, you gotta think, Sam's not an idiot, okay? So, a lot of the stuff that she came out and said during interviews, during these news broadcasts or whatever, every time she would always say something suspicious that would make us all very suspicious and make us want to think more and more, okay, this is her and her friends know, they know what happened to her, they're involved, whatever. She could have been paid to do that. I mean, she did take acting classes. She could have been paid to keep the heat off of, I'll just say, the residents at the lodge. I mean, and this would make sense about Lindsay's behavior. Why, when she was found, Cassie was like, okay, well, when we found out she was found, it became about, okay, how are we going to do this and celebrate the community? It would explain why Lindsay was so thankful of the community. And the community, she couldn't give the community enough praise. She couldn't give the cops enough praise. It would explain why she went up behind Sammy and giving her that hug, you know. I mean, Sammy took the heat off her. Sammy did her job. But again, I think only a small handful of people know the actual truth of what happened. And everything else was covered up. Everything else, this story, all the people, Ronnie's cousins, all this nonsense, I believe it was all set up. Because whatever happened to her, I don't think it happened where they say it did. I don't think it happened that night at all. That's why the fake photo. It would make a lot of stuff make sense. So definitely, I want to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. I love you guys. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay safe. Keep asking those hard questions. Bella! Keep spreading that light. I'll see you guys next time.